What's going on, y'all? So today is another Trading to Freedom series. This is episode 14. The topic of today's video is FOMO. We'll get into them more later after the recap. But for now, let's talk about what I took today and why I did it. All right, so here we're on the hourly chart of micro NQ. So there was 3 possible scenarios today. But first off, let's talk about like the higher time frame and then the analysis. What's our bias? On the higher time frame, we were bullish on the daily 4 and the 1 hour. We were bullish, but we were consolidating. And on the lower time frame, we were bearish. So I was expecting price. There was a couple options, right? We had these BISIs, buy side, sell side efficiencies. And this is what I was going to expect. There's 3 scenarios, right? The only 3 possible scenarios that could happen. Price can consolidate a little bit more and then expand and continue the trend. Or price can deliver lower, retrace, respect these levels, and then reverse and continue the trend. Or price can expand and then continue the, just complete shift, market shift on all time frames and continue lower. So obviously, based off those 3 options, the odds are more bearish. We're probably gonna be bearish. So I had a bearish bias today. And especially because like higher time frame, when it's accumulating like this consolidation, and you can even see, look, we have these lows, we have higher lows that aren't getting taken out. Like these highs aren't getting taken out. So we were most definitely bearish. So coming into the day, I was expecting New York open higher and take out all this resistance right here that I had. I had these marked out. I wanted to see New York take all those levels out and then deliver lower into this BISI, buy side sell side efficiency. And that's what I was looking for. So if we drop down on the lower time frame, all right, so here on the 2-minute, I actually did something really stupid, and I'm embarrassed to say I did this, but it was just, I don't know. And this is the part where like you're on a demo account, and if you're not treating it like you would on an Express account or on a funded account or evaluation or anything like that, then it defeats the purpose of demo trading. And that's what I did today. I'm just upset at myself that I did it. I expected New York to open higher and take these levels out and then deliver lower. So I was so convinced that we are going to do that I actually put a pre-market buy order right over here, literally going for like London highs. And then I think I had a tight stop loss at this level right here. Market opens and delivers lower. So, right, like I remember seeing like price come down and then seeing us come out. I was like, oh my God, I'm so convinced we're gonna hit this. I almost added more contracts here, but I didn't. And then we just fucking dumped. So that right there, when New York did this and dumped lower like that, I was so convinced that we were gonna my bias was wrong. I was convinced that I was wrong because I expected price. If we're gonna be bearish for the day, right? You want to see New York open higher, but if we're gonna be bullish, you want to see New York open lower. And but sometimes that's not always the case. So I guess I was kind of a slave to that because look at this. London lows got taken out already from pre-market, and London highs is having got mitigated. So I was like, well, AM should most definitely take out highs off the rip, but it didn't end up doing that. So it kind of fucked with me mentally there. I was kind of ditching everything I thought in the morning, my pre-market checklist. I was just kind of threw out the window because of this move. But in reality, I shouldn't have done that, right? If you have a bias and you have a checklist and you have a prediction, you stick to that prediction. If price doesn't move the way you want it to, then it's just not your move. It's just not, you're not going to take a setup, you're not going to trade, right? But if it does move the way you like and the way that you predict it's going to be, you're going to execute on that because that's when you're the most confident. So, but anyway, what I ended up doing is taking longs here because, like I said, I kind of just ditched my analysis. So price created this SMT with ES. We ended up taking out New York. Yeah, we took out New York lows, and I believe ES didn't. So we had an SMT there, and I was like, all right, maybe we'll see some expansion higher now. So price does that, and then we get this highest time frame inversion. We get a 2-minute inversion. Once price closes above this gap, I enter my long positions. I enter 10 micros, and I had partials up here, and then the rest of my up here. I believe I had like 7 micros here, and then the rest of the 3 right here, because I just didn't want to get edged. So I did that, and as you can see, price ends up delivering to my partials very, very fast, very quickly, and then we come down lower, and I get break even. So we hit the partials, right? And then we come lower because once we broke this high right here, this candle line, and we closed above this 5 minute gap, I set my stops to break even, and then price ended up delivering lower instantly. Going into the topic of FOMO, I actually right here I was so close. I was so close to buying another buy order here because I saw price fully fill this 3 minute gap and respect it. And I was like, man, if like I want to see if price were to close above this gap, I definitely enter longs again. But it didn't. But I was still so convinced it would reverse up. I just put a long position up here, like I put a long position like right up here, and just left, and just like got off the charts and like let it play out. And obviously it didn't play out. So I was so happy that it didn't actually fully execute on there, even though I'm on a demo, and like it's risk free because I'm not gonna lose actual money or anything like that or blow an account. But I still want to treat it like I am on an Express account because it defeats the purpose of a demo if you're not going to treat it the way you're going to treat an Express account. But yeah, let's talk about the topic FOMO real quick, and I kind of want to dive deeper into it for you guys so I can explain to you what my thought process is and how to potentially cure it. Okay, so when I talk about FOMO, right, everyone deals with this. It's a universal feeling and problem that every trader goes through, and everyone's always asking like, what do I do about my FOMO? Like, how do I fix this shit? How do I stop feeling fear of missing out? You don't. You can't stop that emotion. Like that's just it's impossible. Like as a human being, you're gonna have greed, right? You're gonna feel fear and anxiety, and it comes in all shapes and forms. And some people it's more, some people it's less, but you're going to have that feeling of fear and anxiety no matter what, especially while you're trading. And why is that? It's because when you're trading, you're by yourself, usually silent. Nobody else in the room. Most traders are in their room, nobody else around, nobody to talk to. You might have a Discord chat pulled up, but people that have their Discords pulled up and trying to take hits from other people are fucking dumb. Like, don't do that. Don't pull up someone's Discord and try to find, hits and, signals on Discord, because that is just, you're not going to learn ever. Like, that's just so stupid. It's just you in this fucking screen of candles. So your mind, your self-conscious just goes on and on and on because you're trying to fill that space and that void of emptiness in the room. So you're going to feel fear and anxiety, right? It's going to happen. There's no way of not feeling it. But it's how you react to it that separates you from, a trader that's profitable and a trader that's not profitable. Because everyone feels FOMO. It's just how do you react to it? And me personally, the reason I'm doing this video is because I found the way that helped me, and what's been helping me on the long run and the short term. Because there's short term FOMO and then there's long term FOMO as well. So short term, when it came to this trade right here, right, when price retested, after I got broke even, price came down, retested this level, and I was like, damn, this could be my move again. Like, fuck, I don't want to miss out on this. What I did is I mocked the trade. I put a long position there, and I literally got up and left. And I don't usually do that. I don't usually just, up and leave on the charts. I'm usually there, strict time. Even while my position's in, I'm sitting there. I'll be in my room, like, doing something, but I'll not leave my room. I won't leave. But this time, I just got up and left. I took my eye away from the screen and just started doing other shit and stopped focusing on trading. And it helped a lot. It helped because that's the goal. I'm trying to, detach myself. And another thing I want to dive deeper a little bit into, I don't want to make this video too long, but just to give you guys some, insight of what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and what might help you as well as a small, unprofitable content creator / trader, or just content creator. I don't know. The reason I started this YouTube was because I wanted to document my series and hold myself accountable, right? I want to rewatch myself and look at myself and be like, okay, I did this, I did that. How can I learn from this? And how can I keep doing this, keep doing these good things and avoid these bad things? But then at one point I started holding myself to a standard. I'm like, damn, like these other gurus and stuff, they're so fucking famous and people follow them, and they're so religious to these people because they have the proof, they have the money, they have the payouts, they have the winning trades, they show you everything. And I'm just like, nah. And then I started holding myself to the standard where like, I gotta win more, I need to win, I need to make money, I need to take payouts so that people can follow me and listen to me more and watch me more and think I'm more credible. But in reality, I did realize like that's actually the worst thing I can do, because then I'm rushing the process, because this is a long-term thing, right? You're not going to get rich from trading. If you think you're going to get rich from trading, you are fucking wrong. 10K a month is not rich. I promise you, it's not. So you got to set your sets fucking higher than 10K a month, 25Ks a month, 25K a month. Like, you gotta set yourselves way higher. And that's what I recently started doing literally in the last 3 weeks. I realized, okay, I'm gonna put more time into the content and really focus on, higher quality videos, a little bit more editing, a little bit more cutting, right? Better talk videos, I even have better thumbnails. Like, I started working on my thumbnails and just more higher quality content and focus on that more so I can detach myself from the trading. And why is that? Number of reasons, but to shorten it down is mainly to detach myself from trading. Instead of worrying about like my strategy, worrying about my psychology so much and all this other shit, I'm worried about the YouTube and I'm detaching myself because I already know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I have a profitable strategy. I know what my problems are, right? I'll just face it when I get on the charts, and it's just up to me to decide like how am I going to deal with that while I'm on the charts, right? Thinking about it and dwelling over it while you're not trading is just going to fucking eat you alive, right? But if you're in a position where you're trading and you're also making YouTube videos, you might be feeling the same way I did, where you want to win more, you want to be able to show people that you're actually good and profitable, but you don't have the results, you don't have the money to show it, and you're so focused on becoming a better trader and becoming a more profitable trader that you're rushing the process, and that's your problem. You're rushing the process to please other people. You're being a people pleaser, right? And you just gotta take a step back and realize, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? Like, what are your goals, and how are you gonna reach those goals, right? Don't prioritize strategies and trading and psychology. Prioritize other things in life and let it complement your trading. Let trading just be a side thing that you do. Like, that's what I started doing. I just started treating this shit as a side thing. Someone asked me, "What do you do for a living?" I'm a mechanic. I work on cars. I also make content creation for fun. Oh, what do you make content on? Oh, I make content on trading. I'll never say I trade. I don't tell people that. I tell them, like, yeah, I work on cars and for my main job, and I also tap into I'm dabbling into content creation because I also do Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So that's my main goal. But yeah, go back to the goals video because I kind of talked more about that before. It's a few episodes back. But understanding your goals is very important because sometimes people get lost in the sauce. They don't actually know what they're striving for. So they're just trying to do all these things at once. Stop being a fucking slave to the charts. As soon as you feel a hint of anxiety or stress or any fear, you got to do something about it. It can be anything. It can be, okay, I'm going to get up and start eating, or get up and do some push-ups, or start folding laundry. Do something to detach yourself from this fear and stress, because when you're trading, you're just not supposed to feel that. There's absolutely no reason to be stressed or feel fear while you're trading if you're taking A+ setups and you're following your rules. Because either way, if you win or lose, you still followed your rules, so why be upset? If you're taking setups that are A+ and all stars aligned, you should be okay with losing. You should be okay with winning. So why feel fear? It's like, so that's what I'm really trying to get at. I'm trying to get at the fact that you're going to feel FOMO. There's no avoiding it. It's inevitable. It's just, what do you do once you start feeling the FOMO? Like, the first step is becoming self-conscious, is understanding, oh my God, I'm getting FOMO. Like, I'm getting FOMO. I'm getting scared. I feel like I'm going to miss out on this move, or I feel like I'm going to get stopped out. Once you can say that out loud and understand that you're self-conscious and you can understand this is happening to you right now, then you're on the next step. You're already making progress. Then you do the next step is, what are you going to do after that? Are you going to give in to those thoughts and emotions? Or are you going to act on it and step out the room, do some push-ups, make some food, do your laundry, do something, and react. Give a reaction to that reaction, because I'm telling you, it'll change everything. And that's what it did for me. Like, once I started becoming self-conscious, right? I'm so self-conscious. Like, even when I started trading, I knew right away when I was feeling FOMO and started to crash out, I would literally say, oh, fuck, I'm crashing out. I'm just going to put a long position. I was so self-conscious, and that shit was eating me alive. But now, I say it out loud. I'm like, all right, I'm starting to crash out. I'm low-key crashing out. That's literally what I do. As soon as I feel like I'm about to crash the fuck out because this shit's just bullshitting me, I fucking up and leave. I get out my room, right? Because I just don't want to see the screen. I don't want to see nothing. I want to get the fuck out of there. And that might help you. I don't know. It's just up to you to decide how you're going to react to it. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. But I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out. Please leave a like and comment if you have any questions or concerns. I really like hearing other people on their thoughts on the video and the topic. Just leave a comment, say something. But I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.